So this is a description of ICP2. We're creating a Spark program to group words from a given text file based on their starting letters. So if it was United States incident, we want to group all the U's, all the S's, and all the I's together. Okay. So the installations and dependencies were very similar to how we did it in the example video. Um, Installing PySpark, the only difference is I installed Hive context and in functions as f, and that will help with some aggregate functions that we use later on. So first we uploaded the ICP text file, and then using the standard Python file reading method with the text file as f, we read in those lines, and then with this method, we read them all into it creates a list of strings where each item is separated by a new line character, and then this right here joins all of those separated um, lines into one long string. Using regular expressions, we went and removed all of the punctuation marks and replaced them with spaces. And then we replaced any amount of spaces with commas, and then split on the commas to create a list of words, and then capitalize those words. And so this is what it looks like after we join those lines together. We can see there's no new line characters in this part. So next we create a data frame, a Spark data frame with a string type argument because we're passing in strings from my list. We're just renaming the columns there and then creating a new column with this method called first letter, and we're just grabbing the character of the word. So if it was as, the first letter is A, the first letter T, so on and so on. And that's what our data frame looks like right now. We have 258 items in the frame. Um, some of those items will be like 2020, like a year, like an integer. COVID-19 got split into COVID and 19 because we removed that punctuation. So we want to remove like any 2020s or 19s. So we do that by casting all of the first letters as an integer, and then we only took rows that had null values in that column, because if you cast one of those integers as an int, then it would not be null. So we only take in the null values with the filter. Next, we're filtering by the first letter to remove any empty rows. There was one occurrence of that happening. So after that, we have 251 rows in the data frame. Next up, we're using some SQL statements to get all of the distinct words because we don't want repeat words. Then doing a little bit of data exploration here with counts. So we got all the way down to 151 words. So we decreased by 100 words using this distinct statement. And finally, we're using those aggregate functions and group by statements to group by first letter. And then the aggregate function is to collect the set. So creating a list out of those words, which is what the goal of the assignment was. So that's it.